The other day I was at the Field of Grace and Barry gave a little talk on his new game called Conversations. So what we thought today was have a quick look, and he's going to just give you a 10-minute preview into how it works.
Okay, thanks Cameron. And what we're going to do in this particular case is just play a 10-minute version of what is a 2-hour game. So this is really just a taste of the process.
Okay.
This game is a collaborative board game. There's no individual winner. And that's really important to recognise. This is about learning how do we work together and how do we all benefit and how do we all win in that particular case. The process of what we're trying to achieve in this is 3 things. The first is we learn to speak authentically and speak from the heart. The second thing is we actually learn to listen to each other so we don't interrupt each other, and we recognise that no one here needs fixing.
Unbelievable. It's over. Keep going.
And then the third thing that we're going to do is, as a result of that, is recognise that there's a connection that occurs by really listening and speaking authentically, and that's as simple as that.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is go through each cycle. The key rule to get started is, the only rule I'm going to give you at this stage is we speak from I statements. So rather than we all need to do this or you need to do this, we just say, for me, I need to do this, or I choose to do this. So we're going to start by choosing an aspect, and that's what we've got in front of us at the moment. And we're just going to work with you for a second. I just need you to say your name, what your aspect is, and why you think that aspect may relate to you now. Maybe just choose one of the points that are there.
Okay. My name is Janice, and mine is money, and I think it relates to me because I need more of it. And I'm being presented with all these opportunities that I can turn into more money.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And my aspect, just so that we've got a comparison here, my aspect is fame and glory, and a great little aspect. And for me, it's about seeing myself as equal to others, that we're all on our own individual journeys. And even though it may appear that we're at different levels, we're still just all on our own individual journeys. So for me, it's important for me to recognise that and to see each other as equal. So that's really good aspects to start with. We're then going to choose, and we would each normally would have a go, but in this demo we're just going to do one person only. The second cycle is referred to as the life card cycle. I nearly call that the drama cycle. And that's things like poor me or it's someone else's fault. And so what we're going to do is get you to just choose any one of those life cards, and I'm going to get you to comment on it. What does that mean for you, and what does it mean in terms of money?
It's just my opinion, and I think it means for me that I have to speak up more and present my opinion more.
Terrific. And in terms of money?
In terms of money, I'm not sure about that one. I might have to think a bit harder on that one.
Have a look at the dot points. There's some dot points that might help you. I'm just wondering.
Allowing abundance and prosperity. Okay, overcoming poverty. Well, that could be it. Yeah, that's kind of a hard one for me.
Okay. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes, I mean, we're in a shortened game, and sometimes these ideas might come up 1 or 2 days later.
Yes,
Oh, that's what it means. So I'm going to let you sit with it. But in the meantime, you get to pass that to someone else playing, and I'll get you just to pass it to me for a moment. And it's just my opinion. And for me, I guess one of the things that's happened is I turned 50 this year. And I've really enjoyed it. Because it means that my opinion is just as valid, and there's almost that wisdom and the mentorship that I've moved into. And in the past, where I've generally held off my opinion, I'm actually happy now to give my opinion, and it's just as important as anyone else's. So that's been really good. In terms of fame and glory, the first one here is a desire to be famous, and part of it, I guess, as a creator of this game, there is a desire to have that out there. For me, the intent behind that is what's important. So the fame and the extra stuff that goes with it, to me, supports the process of helping to shift the consciousness on this planet. And so that's just my opinion as to where that fits in. So you get to make any other comments? Anything else that you want to make from it?
No, I think that really sums it all up,
Oh,
actually. Yeah.
terrific. And that's almost like the main part of the process. And then the third cycle is what we call the inspiration cycle.
Okay.
And the inspiration cycle moves us out, if you like, of the dramas and see life for what it actually really is. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, again, just the two of us at this stage, we'll take an inspiration card. And if you'd like to just read it and just say what it means for you, and then I'll read mine and say what it means for me.
There is nothing you have to do and no one you have to be except who you are right now, which is lovely. So basically it's saying, you're okay how you are.
Terrific.
Just accept that.
And sometimes they're like that, they're just there, you don't need to even add to it, is it?
That's
It's a really good card to
Very
have.
good, yep, excellent.
The card I've got is, whenever you have a question, know that you have all the answers inside if you really listen.
That's nice.
And for me, I really like that as well. The key aspect of me for that at the moment is if you really listen. And for me, it's about being still and making sure that I really listen to that.
Okay. Well, I can relate to that one as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing with this game, is that everyone can relate to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
And already I've got to know you a lot more, even in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah,
So it's been a really wonderful process.
Excellent, isn't it? Very good.
The game itself, we're using the game for schools, we're using it for families like this, just to come together and find out more about each other. It's being used in corporations. There is an online version of the game coming out, hopefully before 2012. We have a whole process, and we're looking at conversations, documentaries as well to come out, and to bring gathering people together to really start showing that we're all here together doing the same thing.
That's lovely.
So look, thank you all very much, and hopefully that's been of some benefit.
Wonderful.
But the main thing to remember, Barry, is that if you do facilitate, you do facilitating courses. So if you've got a group of 10 to 20 friends,
Yes.
you come out and do it at people's homes.
That's correct. What happens if there's, it's up to 6 people, you can get a game, and you can get them at the website conversationsatthegame.com.au.
Yeah.
You can just play that at home. Once you get more than 6 to 8 people, as you can tell, it really need a facilitator to make sure that people don't start dominating the conversations, to really hold that space. And so the people who are trained as facilitators really spend a day just to learn to teach, to hold that space for people and to allow the benefit of the game for everyone.
Right. Well, it sounds really interesting. Now, below where this video is, there'll be a link to Barry's website. So if you've got any further questions, click through and ask Barry.
True. And it's been something that one game has made a difference to people's lives. We've got people in New Zealand who play this game every week, and it's just transforming the relationships over a period of time. And
Wow.
so this is really like a workshop in a box that can just get played over and over. And every game is just so different because we just learn so much about ourselves and about each other, really.
And again, I did make the joking point before, but I said it's like a tarot deck. But do you think sometimes that perhaps you draw the cards that are meant for you?
Yeah, well, I think there's a magical component with this game, and I think that magic is that we seem to get the right card, and I've done this enough times that I just know that people get exactly what the cards they're meant to get are, and it's been my own case, the cards come up exactly as I need them. And, whether it's tarot, whether it's luck, whether it's coincidence, really at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because then it becomes a head process.
That's right.
And it's the connection from the heart level that's really important than what cards actually comes up.
Exactly. Oh, well, thank you, Barry.
Thank you very much, Caroline. It's been a pleasure.
All right.